system, underwater ecosystem. Hi guys, here's Echo from Pektis Studio, and today's video I wanted to teach you how to teach our second game, Fintastic Sea. We did a similar video for Wanderlust and I feel like it helped a lot of people, and this time Fintastic Sea in general, it is a tad more complex when it comes to teaching the rules, so hopefully this video will help you to teach our game. Alright, let's dive in. So this video is meant for people who already played Fintastic Sea. It's definitely not how to play video. We have a separate video, actually both in English and German, so if you want to look at those will be linked in the description down below. However, like I said, this video, it is for people who already know the game, who already played the game. You wanted to introduce this game to your friends and family, and this is how you can sell the game. Step 1. Starting with the why. Why does your player wants to play this? Give them a reason. So something like you can say in Fintastic Sea, you're playing as marine biologist. You're trying to build the most vibrant ecosystem by playing fish in the ocean and activating the reserve ability. So it looks cute, but it is a clever strategy game about timing, placement, and combos. I have my notes here just in case I forgot some important keynotes here. And you're trying to hook them with the general vibe of the game. For example, the quirky art, the quick turns, and combos, as well as a strategic depth. So that is how you can get the player instantly hooked by the game. Step 2 is to give them a bigger picture. What is the structure of the game? For example, you can go something like, at your turn, you just need to play one card into the ocean, activating the ocean ability and the food chain ability. Other than that, any caught fish, you need to decide where does it go. So either go to your reserve or it can go to your ecosystem. When everyone finished their hand cards, we tidy up a little bit for the ocean, and then we go on to the next round. So that is the clear structure. What does each player do at their turn? I find it is always easier for them to understand the further details when they get the structures first. Next step, it is to make an example turn. I did that. I also said that is very important for player who visually see how does the turn go. So you can play a fish from your hand to the ocean, demonstrate that, and how to activate the ocean ability, how to activate the food chain ability, and then demonstrate any caught fish is going to the reserve. How does the reserve gets activated, and how does the scoring for the ecosystem works. So this is a simple turn you can do. Just visually tell your player, hey, this is what you will be doing at your turn. Next step is actually, a lot of people think this step is a lot more important than it is. Actually, you see, so far I haven't mentioned any fish ability, ocean ability, or reserve ability, because like I said, it's always easier for a player to understand the structure, the flow, and then you can go ahead and tell them the details. And the fish ability are the little details that we have a fun way for them to learn. Assuming that we have 9 fish, you prepare 9 of the different fish at the beginning of the setup. You set it aside just as demonstration purposes. You wanted to tell them, hey, these are 1 to 9 our common fish in the ocean, and then let's go through and tell me, what do you think about it? Tell me, what do you think their ability is? Starting with something simple, for example, number 9. Number 9 doesn't even have an ocean ability, so it is very easy to explain. And then maybe start with number 3. Number 3 would be getting a fish from the deck to your hand. So during this process, maybe try to ask them, what do you think it means? Try to let them feel like they're engaged in the game, instead of telling them, okay, 1 is this, 2 is this, 3 is this, 4 is this. I assure you, a lot of people will disassociate very fast if you explain that way. After you explain the ocean ability, add the sentence like, you know, for the reserve ability, it is always a stronger ability of the ocean ability or a less restrictive version of the ocean ability. And then tell them we have player aids. If you don't understand, you can ask me or you can check the player aids. Next step, it is keep it simple. By that I mean the wave phase. By the wave phase, you totally don't need to explain it. Only one, you, the people who teach the game, needs to know how that works. You only need to mention to them, hey, at the end of the turn, there's wave, it's gonna come to push the fish away. Some fish will be gone, some fish will be refilled back into the ocean. They only need to know that information, know that the board is not static. That's it, that's enough. And then everything will come naturally after the first turn. When you demonstrate how the wave works, then they will know, I can use this to play into my strategy. Next step, it is to wrap it up. You need to mention that after 6 or 8 rounds, the game is going to finish, and only the fish in your ecosystem scoring victory point to reinforce them. Hey, you can focus on your reserve, but at some point, only the ecosystem works. This is a very clear goal, just right before they start the game. Tell them, focus on that. So, is there anything that I'm missing? And then the last point, you can always mention there are player aids and rulebooks and reference sheets in the game. So if they feel like some ability is not certain, they can always refer back to the player aids. All right, that is all for how to teach Fintastic Sea. I hope this video is kind of helpful for you guys to teach, or not just Fintastic Sea, or any card game that has abilities. Please just remember one thing: don't tell each ability at the very beginning, because player gonna lose interest like that. So don't do that. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoy the video, and since we only have 2 games out, this is probably the last video in the series until we have the next game. But we're probably also going to make some prototype videos and behind the scene development videos. If you're interested in those, you can also check them out. Last but not least, Fintastic Sea, it is open right now. We received the game, so we're able to sell them now. You can always go back to our website to check and buy a copy of Fintastic Sea. I will leave all the information at the description down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye!